Hello, dynamic stars. How are you today? We're here with another pick a card reading, and we are going to do work issues. Yes, I know, work issues. All of those things that we love to hate and hate to love, whichever way, whichever floats your boat. So we're going to use our lovely Egyptian oracle deck. I have prayed over the cards already, and I have incensed, got my candle space going on and my incense going on today using the heart. No, I'm using throat chakra incense. All right, I'm going to do 3 piles today. Okay, and we're also going to use our Angels and Gemstones cards today because I think that would flow very nicely with this work issues. Pick a card. So to clarify, whatever issues you may be having at work or concerns, let's not call it issues, work life reading. What is going on in my work life? All right, so we'll make it nice and neutral. What is going on in my work life? Okay, so we're going to do Flourite pile 1, Amethyst pile 2, and Bloodstone pile 3. Okay. Excuse me, I am getting over a bit of a cold. With all this lovely weather, of course, we are all trying to get over a little something, right? Flourite, Amethyst, Bloodstone. Let's start immediately with our Flourite, deck 1. We have the Selenite. We have Heru Hetep. We have Wajet Tumaat, Nekbet Tumaat, Ketakuti Temaat. All right, first and foremost, Selenite, that piece right over there. You know I love that Selenite. It cleans everything. It does not need to be charged because it itself keeps itself clean. So with that, we read, are you striving for a deeper connection with the divine? Pardon the interruption. Are you striving for a deeper connection with the divine? Quiet your mind. Listen to what your angels and guides want you to know. Hear the ancient wisdom within. Align your spinal column. Care for your bones, muscles, nerves, and your cells. Angel of divine guidance. I am aligned with the divine. I am a spiritual being of divine love and divine light. My spine, bones, tendons, and muscles are healthy, strong, and aligned. I have access to the ancient wisdom stored within me. That is our foundational card for this work situation. Automatically, the very first thing that I see here is align your spinal column, care for your bones, muscles, nerves, your cells. All of the things that are core to making the body work. You have to care for it. But first talks about the spinal column, the foundational piece. Without our spine, we can't walk. We can't really move around in the world. We are paralyzed. So automatically in our work situation, there is something foundational, something that is really, that needs to be looked at. That could be a potential problem. Going right next to it is Heru Hetep. I'm happy with that card because that's your boss, the supervisor, the one above you, the one in charge, the authority, the king, if you will, of that place. So thinking this is your boss or supervisor. That person seems to be in your corner because we've got it in its hetep state. So that's really, really good. Then we go right into Wajetu Ma'at. Wajetu Ma'at is the hot end of, if you will, psychism. Breaking that down really, really simply, in a workplace, when you see Wajet, there's stuff going on that you really, really, really don't know. Or maybe you have a little bit of a feeling, but it's not really out in the open. It's hidden. But this is the stuff that will come and get you because it's the hot end. If you right here, we have Nekabet Tum'at, which is the cool end. So this one receives, this one sends. So in this case here, right next to one another, I would say your supervisor, your boss, the person directly above you, your superior directly above you, is sending out good vibes for you. They're a good boss. They're balanced. They're taking care of you, your team, your department, the area in which you work is being taken care of. They're actually on top of it. They kind of know what's going on and they do subtle things that you may not catch, but later on you're like, oh, is that why they did that? This is what this manager, this supervisor is up to. All right. And here is this Nekabet, because Nekabet now is the cooler side of, again, the unseen. So with these right back there, it's open. So this is good. So that means now you, your teammates, people that you work with, you're all, maybe it's not said outright, but y'all know what's going on. You know what's happening. And you guys are keeping your noses clean and you're doing what you need to do. Occasionally, there are some times when you got to put some things in place and say certain things a certain way to make sure, it goes a certain way. So right now, all of that is working. But remember, we talked about the selenite first. Now we come to the card that I really don't like. Herakuti Tema'at. Herakuti Tema'at is somebody is doing something really, really wrong. And it's blatant, it's obvious. And for whatever reason, nobody's addressing the elephant in the room. Everybody is walking around it. Everybody's doing all of this stuff to kind of, let's hide, let's do this, let's deflect. All of that stuff, because that's what these things are doing. They're deflecting, they're, doing that. But nobody's getting to the core, to the root, to the spinal cord. They are leaving it alone. Now, I don't know, maybe this person is the boss's family member or somebody close to them, or the boss's boss said, hey, take care of this person for you. And that person is not doing what they're supposed to do. So this is laying out the situation of what's happening there at your job. The only thing that you can do is continue doing what you're doing because your direct boss is helping you. It's got your back. It's going to work with you. It's going to help you. So if you had that feeling but didn't know, this is confirmation of that. You're going to have to really pay attention now because you're going to have to decide where do you fit in all of this? If ish hits the fan, where am I? Am I part of the spinal column? Am I part of the problem? Or am I, part of the muscles, the nerves, the cells, the outer areas, not the core, not the foundational, not the structure, but am I a part of that? So how does it work? Because if you're that spinal cord, if you're a part of that team, this person here, if they go down, if they turn, if they get rabid, because somebody like this can be really nasty, really loud. If they don't like you, they'll go after you and they'll use their connections to try and do what they do. Because Herokuhuti Tema'at is somebody who's unjust, who doesn't care, who has no morals, who just does what they do because they feel like it and they can. So you got to know where you stand and what your exit strategy is. Not saying it's coming, but this person is acting funky and you need to know how you're going to handle that. All right. On the spiritual side, you need to wear red. That will definitely help you. You don't have to wear red if it's not a favorite color of yours. Put a little handkerchief on yourself. Visualize yourself being able to foresee or getting a whisper or coming through the grapevine, something that you need to know and you get to use it beforehand. Actually ask God, Spirit, whatever agency that you work with for foresight in being able to get the information ahead of time so that you have a little time to plan. That's the best thing that you can do. Red and a little piece of white, whichever works best for you. If you can wear them together, that would be best. All right, I hope you enjoyed that readings. Number ones, I wish you luck in that situation. Be at peace. Do not let yourself get angry. Stay centered. Be at peace. Do not get riled up because this person gets riled up. Do not follow them. Do not let them push you. Do not let them push you into saying something you don't want to say, revealing something you don't want to be revealed. Remember, that's what all of this is. Everybody's working together to try and let this one, hang himself. So if you guys work together, that could happen, but you guys are going to have to work together as a team to make this person really obvious. If this person kind of punches holes in your teamwork, that's all I got to say. All right. Thank you, number ones. I hope that resonated with you. Thank you for stopping by my channel. I do hope you come back again. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. All right. Those of you who chose number 2, the Amethyst, we have Apache Tears. We have Herakuti Tem Chayas. We have Ma'at Hetep. We have Dark Deceased Tem Ma'at. We have Geb Hetep. Okay. Apache Tears. Are you grieving the loss of someone or something? Feel the grief and allow yourself to cry. Release the toxins from your body, mind, and emotional being. Comfort and peace are close at hand. Focus your attention on your desired outcome. Okay? Angel of Comfort. I allow myself to feel my feelings and express them through my physical and mental actions. Tears flow easily, and I am releasing pent-up emotions. I am able to let go. I am comforted. I am at peace. All right. So first thing that comes to me would be somebody close that you work with recently was let go or somehow transitioned out of your workplace. Worst case scenario, transitioned out of this lifetime. But I'm going to leave that to the side, and let's just say, since we're talking about my work situation, they transitioned out of this job, out of this department, out of this area, out of this building. Okay? Doesn't seem like it was just because we got the Herakuhuti Tem Chayes here. So, however this move happened, they were not happy. It was rather ugly in how it happened. And even if it wasn't ugly, there were ugly words that were said, even if they were behind doors. It was not a pleasant scene. Very unfair. Maybe rules were bent, misused. And right next to it, we have Ma'at Hetep. Ma'at is justice. She has the scales there. So it seems as if there could be a leg to stand on to bring truth to that situation. because it was unjust, and there are people who know that it was unjust. However, coming up right behind that is Dark Deceased Tama'at, which is, if you've seen my previous videos, you may have seen this, where we have an energy of discontent. This card technically is Dark Deceased, someone who has passed over, who does not have light, who does not follow the light of God, the light of spirit, the light of goodness, the light of angels, and, you know, just wants to do their thing. Think of this as a person who were just in their feelings all day long and did whatever came to them because it felt good, felt right. They passed on, and they're still doing that. They see somebody, they bump into them, you know, on an astral level, on an astral plane, and try and cause havoc in their life. So with this card popping up in all of this, whatever happened, that person got unfairly moved or fired or transitioned to another building, another position, maybe a lower position. It's not fair, it's not right. There's proof, there's paperwork to show that. However, I wouldn't say it's a dark deceased spirit. I would also say this card is people with bad mind, people who don't like you, never liked you, just because they looked at you and didn't like you. That's kind of also this, because we're talking about work. So this is living people. This is people who just don't have your best interest at heart. In fact, if they could stab you in the back, they do it, which is there. So yes, you were wronged, and yes, there is proof. But maybe we have a few people working in conjunction with one another who all kind of don't like you, don't have your best interest. Okay, best example. Okay, there's a little clique going on, and maybe not everybody in the clique don't like you, but one or two do, and they exert their pressure on the few people and go, yeah, you know, didn't they do such and such? And didn't you want that vacation time and they took it before you, right? Why did they do that? And you see all of that rabble-rousing? That's what this dark deceased term, Ma'at, is. The way through that is physicality, not punching somebody in their head. Geb is the actual physical. So when I see this in relation to this looks like evidence to me. See if you can find evidence, proof, actual documentation. If you film them, all of that, if you can put that together and show the truth, there's a way out of this situation. Because this is here. These are, you know, this is like the middle of it and this is the end of it. So if you can pull these two together and go, I've got physical proof of what I know to be true, and then work with not the people right in your division, you're going to have to go above. HR, I guess if you're in a school, you know, several levels up, the faculty director, so on and so forth. You cannot go to the people in your circle or right above you. You got to go the level above them, if not above their heads, because these people are working kind of in a group, trying to hide the information that you got to dig out so that you can prove your innocence and get back what you deserve. So this is a lot of work. This is going to take a lot of personal perseverance on your part. And as always, is it worth it? Can you find something else? Can you find something else that will pay more? Because sometimes when you have stuff like this, okay, that's this situation. Yeah, you kind of get it and you fix it and you get out of it. What are you going to do if they try it again? Are you going to go through this again and again? I mean, it can get physical. You can have an actual physical altercation, because this following this, I mean, that happens. I mean, I've been in, as we all have, work situations where people, feel, look, this is my territory. You just got here. You can't do anything. You can't, that whole energy. And then they pull off the earrings and they go and have a conversation with that person, and explain to them who they are and what they're not about to do to them and their position, because, we could take it there. There are those who do that. That is an option. You can do that. However, you have to be comfortable with that. That has to be something that makes sense for you. For other people, that is not something they want to do. They don't do life that way. They don't put physicality on the table. They find other means. They go through the lawful methods, whatever practices that are in that particular workplace. There are steps. There are always steps. So that is what I'm suggesting with this reading, that you go through the steps, in order to get to that truth and give them their proof. In the interim, since these people are doing these kind of things, you're going to have to, on the spiritual side, call on Ma'at. Call on she who is unconditional love, who actually is very, very high up on the tree. She's on sphere 4, and she watches over the world. Again, that is a heart being balanced against a feather. Is your heart as light as a feather? And that's automatically telling you kind of how you have to function, your actual physical, emotional state as you're going through this. You are not trying to harm and maim and hurt people. What you're trying to do is bring truth to the situation, peace and calmness, and show them the evidence, the hardcore fact, the paperwork, the email, the voicemail, whatever it is you have, the signed invoice. Maybe they shredded it and you went into the shredder and you pieced it together. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. You have to go and find out what it is you can find to prove yourself, to get back what you need. So this is a tough one because it's asking you to be the bigger person while you work through the scenario of these folks not being the way they're supposed to be. But going back to the main thing, feel the grief and allow yourself to cry. Release the toxins from your body, mind, and emotional being. Comfort and peace are close at hand. Focus your attention on your desired outcome. Do you see how those two work together right there? So allow yourself to get out how you're feeling about the situation so you don't carry it, so that you can be at peace. So the whole entire time you're doing it, you're not, wanting to have a knife and just, give them one good joke, That is not what we're supposed to do. However, choice is yours. Free will is yours. You can handle this how you feel. You can handle it to the best of your ability. I know people, they don't even think about it. Boom, earrings off, toe to toe. Just saying. Okay, thank you, number 2s. Hope this resonated with you. Again, thank you for stopping by my channel, coming by and talking to me tonight. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. All right, for those who chose number 3, the Bloodstone, we have Pyrite, we have Sebek tu Chayas, we have Geb tu Ma'at, we have Shapsitep, we have Ma'at Tem Chayas. Alrighty, so for those who chose number 3, Pyrite, are you worried about money? Are you willing to accept prosperity into your life? You can earn unlimited income doing what you love to do. Use your skills, follow your dreams, have confidence, believe in yourself and your ability to be successful. Angel of Entrepreneurship, I am prosperous and abundant in all endeavors. I have limitless potential and I fulfill my highest purpose. I naturally attract whatever I need to be joyously successful. I earn unlimited income doing what I love. Okay, so you already know. Those who chose this pile, you are not supposed to be at a job. You are not even supposed to be listening to this because you're supposed to have your own business. In fact, as I look at all of these cards, what I see is you've got the intelligence, you've got the smarts, you probably even have the plan with Sebek Tu Chayes, okay? You probably already, know who you might talk to, where you might just, how you might do it. You got all that worked out. Then, get to Ma'at, you have the resources to do it. You have the money, you have the friends, you had the plan. Shep Setep. I swear this is the best card. I love this card. That means your honored ancestors are there giving you guidance, whispering in your ear. Turn this way. Go down this right street. Oh, no, stop. Go the other way. Because you know what? You're going to bump into something. And you just follow that gut instinct and boom, there goes the next piece to your, business, to your project. You run into somebody you've always wanted to meet. They're right there. You just have all of these lucky breaks, right? What's holding you back? You see that? Ma'at Tem Chayes. Heart feather. She's asking you, is your heart as light as a feather? Do they balance? Right here, those three? Nope. You scared AF, okay? Your fear is holding you back. Your, whatever emotion you want to give, not seeing the whole picture, not putting the bigger picture into place, just, you're just not. You're just not. And everything is going for you. Your very first card, Pyrite. Pyrite is this beautiful, bright, shiny thing, right? Gives us energy. This card is about entrepreneurship. All of these things are working in your favor. Only problem is this. This is kind of difficult, this particular thing, because your job is probably fine. You're probably so comfortable. You've known these people a while. They like you. You like them. You buddies with each other. Everything is good. But you trying to step out, you think you're going to lose all that. You think you're going to lose your friendship. They might have even mentioned it jokingly in passing because, you probably didn't say anything to anybody. Or if you did, you kind of, hey, I might do. And they kind of was like, well, if you do that, then, and they might say something crazy. And you're like, what, I thought. Oh. So you're like, wait a minute. I'm going to lose. I'm not going to have. I'll be deprived. So with this reading, this is you getting over whatever emotion that is stopping you from growing. Yes, I'm going to say it. For growing past your current circle of friends. For growing past the crabs in the barrel syndrome. Because yes, we know how that is. Somebody tries to grow and get out and do something special. What do? They pull you back in. And that's what you're afraid of. So you got to sit with yourself, take yourself by the hand, and have a good talking. Look yourself in the mirror and really ask yourself, why? What is stopping me? This is straight up shadow work, mirror work. Telling yourself you love yourself, staring yourself in the eyes, telling yourself you love yourself, to get yourself out of this, to give yourself this balance where your heart is as light as a feather. This is not easy because you're comfortable. You got money in the bank, all your bills are good. Or if they're not exactly where you want them, you're not struggling. There is no struggle here. The struggle is you doing what is best for you. That's the struggle. And there's nothing much else to say with this. I mean, you've got everything going for you. what you could do on a spiritual side is sit really quietly with a candle, and ask your ancestors, your great grandmother on your father's side, because maybe she's the one who always loved you. Ask her for her help and her guidance. Ask your uncle who passed on, or is it, God forbid, your brother or sibling who just always wanted you to do that thing, that business, that project, that video, that YouTube channel, that whatever it is. They're rooting for you. They will help you. So sit quietly and just kind of ask them to give you the strength and bolster you and still your heart and bring you peace and calm so that you can go ahead and do what you need to do. Because whoever this is that's helping you, they are right there in your corner. Just like, please, baby, please, come on, let's do this. You got everything in place. We helped you. Come on. All right? You've got the energy, the backing of heaven. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. You just have to get out of your own way. All right? Okay, then. So thank you for, again, stopping by my channel. I hope this reading resonated with you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.